bring that into a circle. So I'm going to shift my hips to the left, back, scoop past the heels, up and around to the right. So my whole body is making this circle around, and then I'll switch the direction. Maybe a little bit of creaking and cracking in the joints like mine are. But that's what we are working out, getting the joints to have some good lubrication, good movement. And we find our way back into center. Okay, let's tuck the toes underneath and we'll lift the hips up to downward facing dog. Just for a moment here, pedal the feet back and forth to feel the space down the back of the legs. And whatever your down dog is today, we're noticing that and we're allowing it. Okay, we're going to take the right foot and step that up to the top of the mat. Whatever the easiest way is to make that transition. It's not an easy transition, so we always just try to find a way to make it work. Okay, so we find our low lunge. Resting on the back knee, maybe you want some padding like I have here. And we'll take an inhale, opening the arms out to the sides. As you exhale, we're going to place hand over hand right over the top of the heart. Inhale, expand the arms out to the sides. Maybe shift forward into your lunge slightly, if that feels okay. As you exhale, hands come over the heart, we pull back slightly. Head drops down to draw our attention toward the heart. Inhale, expand, open and lift. Radiate out from the heart. Exhale, pull that back. Some nice strong breaths behind these movements. One more. Good, pausing here just for a moment with the hands over the heart. This particular shape that we do frequently in yoga with the hands at the heart or prayer, with our head down slightly. I always like to think of this as an opportunity to shift from being in our head, overthinking, analyzing, to dropping down into the heart and really asking ourselves, what is my heart telling me? Release the hands, bring them down. We're going to step back into our downward facing dog. Again, just for a moment, give yourself some time to pedal the feet, a little bit of attention to the calves, maybe bending the knees and straightening them. Gathering all sorts of information about what's happening in the lower body. Shifting your attention over to the left leg, and we'll do that transition stepping up into your lunge, however you need to get that foot there. Drop your back knee, come up and open the arms, palms up, lift your gaze. Exhale, draw the hands over the heart. We have a moment to shift away from our mind and into our heart. And that gives us an opportunity to feel a bit of loving kindness toward ourselves. How can I be kind to myself in this moment? Bring that into your movement, expanding forward, exhaling toward the heart, draw it back. using really nice, powerful breaths behind that movement. Big inhale, lots of expansion. And then feel the body drawing towards center, everything squeezing in for that efficient exhale. And we'll take one more expansion. This time, as you pull back, we'll pause here with the hands over the heart and just think for a moment, is there a space within my life right now where I could be kinder to myself? And see if you can start to feel that experience of kindness within your own heart. We'll start to drop the hands down and then step that leg back, and we'll come down into what's called puppy pose, which is basically the same shape that your dog takes when they want to play with you. They stretch their paws out in front, they bow their head and their chest down, and they kind of stick their tail up in the air, and that is the playful puppy. Also a great way to create some space under the arms and across the heart. Breathing into that space, can you use that to strengthen that feeling of kindness and compassion toward yourself? Okay, walking back. Just drop down into your child's pose for a moment. Feel that support. You can always shift your attention at any moment during your yoga practice or during your day to ask yourself, where am I being supported right now? We'll take an inhale, lifting up onto the knees, and this one you might want to come onto a bit of extra padding for. We're going to bring the hands toward the back of the pelvis to start to lean back toward camel. So there's a lot of different variations for camel. I'm going to tuck my toes underneath to get a little more traction and support with my feet, and then I'm just gently pressing my hips forward and starting to relax my shoulders back. I'm just looking for that space where I feel some openness across my chest, down toward the belly. Okay, so that's one option. You can hang out here. This is a great expression of the camel. Or if you want to start to reach back and rest your hands onto your heels, that's another place that you can hold on to. Take your inhale, feel that space up and around the heart, out through the chest. And then maybe if it feels okay on your neck, you can drop your head back a little bit, but be very careful with that one. You don't want to overwork the neck muscles. You can always keep the head up. Okay, coming straight forward, use your abs to come right out of that pose. Feel anywhere that has a change in sensation, and we'll start to fold our way back down into child's pose just to reconnect with the lower back and see how things are feeling after a bit of extension. And it might feel good to rock from side to side like I am. And then taking the hands, walking over to the right side for a side bend. Coming back through center and over to the other side. It's really noticing. Part of the work that we're doing on our mat is really starting to see how can I take care of myself physically, making choices about what to do or what not to do in the poses. And we're also working on learning how to care for ourselves internally through our mind, through our intentions. Come back toward the center. Give one really nice long walk out with the hands and the fingers. So you feel like the spine is being tractioned. And then we'll start to walk ourselves up. Let's do a little turn to sit. All right, sit up nice and tall. Can you feel that space and awareness across the heart? And we'll start to roll down onto the back. Settling the shoulders. Let's take the right knee into the chest. And we'll cross the right ankle on top of the left thigh. So this is a very nice place to sit and just let the hips open up, or you can reach through and draw the legs in toward you if you want more sensation there. And we'll start to bring just a gentle side-to-side rocking. Rocking is always an interesting component to bring into your practice. If you're feeling really stressed or really tight, very gentle rocking is such a wonderful way to calm your nervous system. Okay, so I'm going to lower back down. The left foot is on the mat again. And I'm going to take this and just let my legs fall to the right side. And that becomes my twist. Just make sure that your knees are feeling good with this. If there's any discomfort in either knee, you can just uncross that foot and let your legs fold to the side. But whichever shape you decide to put your legs into, take the left arm, reach it up overhead to get some space. Good, bring the arm back down. Legs come back up to center. Uncross the right leg. And we'll take the left knee in. Okay, so same thing on the other side. Left ankle crosses onto the right thigh. You can decide if right here is a good space for you to work, or the other option is to reach through and draw the legs toward you. It's really a matter of how much sensation am I looking for in this position. See if you want to stay still or maybe start to rock from side to side. Our hip muscles can sometimes tend to grip and hold a lot of tension. You know, this is my tighter hip, so I really feel it on this side. And that's the situation where it can help to bring in that little bit of rocking. Try to break up that pattern of holding and find some softness. Okay, when you are ready, let your right foot land on the mat. We'll fold the legs toward the left side, and then see how that feels. If anything in your knees does not like that position, you can always uncross. Take the right arm up and open to find even more space in the body. And then enjoy that experience of breathing in this shape. The next time you exhale, let the arm come down. Start to draw everything back toward the center. And then we get to make the very important decision of how to settle our body for deep relaxation. You can stretch your whole body out. And rest with the arms and legs straight. Or you can find any other position that feels really supported and restful for you in this moment. Focusing on the points of contact where you have support. And we get to practice the process of exhaling and sinking into support. Exhaling and dissolving our tension, dissolving resistance, and just letting the body rest. Bringing your attention back into the body. Taking a couple of deep breaths to help with that connection. And then movement comes back into the fingers and toes, just to gently introduce some motion. You start to think, what movements is my body asking for right now? Maybe pulling the knees into the chest or stretching the arms and legs all the way out. Starting to shift and make some movements to come up towards sitting. You can roll toward one side, pressing with the arms to come up. And looking at that as another opportunity to practice not rushing. We get enough practice with rushing. As you come up, we'll take just a moment to fold the hands over the heart once again. We're practicing this ability to take our attention from the mind and drop into the heart. And look for those opportunities within our day to give ourselves an experience of love and kindness. As you go about the rest of your day, looking for those opportunities. You don't necessarily have to put your hands over the heart. You can just bring your mental attention to the heart space to do that. But anytime you need to, you can tap into that internal experience of loving kindness. Thank you so much for joining me in this practice. I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Thank you for joining me in this video. If you would like more information on my classes, workshops, or working with me one-on-one, head over to my website, LauraGyoga.com. Make sure that you are subscribed to my YouTube channel for more content like this, and check out these two videos next, which were picked out especially for you. I'll see you in the next one.